Hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with the Jobu Chili Report. And unfortunately, I'm about 30 minutes later than I anticipated starting, mainly because we had a problem getting the camera up and rolling. So forgive me. We're now up, rolling, and live. And right now, the Washington Redskins, trying to see that score from here, looks like they're down 24 to 20. Okay. And let me just get in here real quick so that way I can get the live stream up and running. We'll start talking about some of the events from today. And here we go. Hot dog. The G-men are definitely having problems with Pittsburgh. I agree. And I got to tell you, those damn Giants, I mean, the first half, they stunk up the joint. I mean, Eli Manning had the touchdown in the red zone that went back for 58 yards. We had let me unplug the microphone here so that way I'm not getting the extra background noise. Hopefully I sound good to you guys. Turn the sound volume down. Make sure we don't have, forgive me, you know, guys, that I'm really, really old and just trying to get this stuff together. Trying to improve every day, and I think I could use actually a little cold one here. The Giants are definitely stinking up the joint. And I am so glad because all week long, we've been having New York Giants fans in here just talking trash left and right. You know, you would think that the Giants had beat us 45-3 or something. But, you know, you guys just played the Cleveland Browns. You let Josh McCown throw for 323 yards. And literally, you guys are acting like this is the Super Bowl. And I mean, how can you guys be talking about us next week when you're facing the Pittsburgh Steelers? I mean, that's just ridiculous. Let me start getting to some of these questions here before we get backed up. And I appreciate all of you guys joining into the show. Poor little Giants. Yeah, I will be talking some trash later on the Giants. The Chiefs game definitely was amazing. Good old Atlanta. I don't know how you guys saw that game, but that 2-point conversion, you know, Atlanta drove down the field, took the lead, goes for 2 to try and extend it to 3 points, and throws a pick 2, which I don't think has ever happened before. They take it back all the way, take the lead, and end up winning the game. You talk about a heartbreaker. Oh, man. Let's see. Well, I think Tampa Bay just took the lead. Let me go over here. I'm trying to do a bunch of things at once, so bear with me. It'd be a lot easier if I had somebody in the studio who actually ran things, like when my wife was here that first night. That would have been fantastic. Right now, Tampa Bay is leading 28-21. Redskins are losing 24-20, so we'll see if they can hold on, and hopefully the Dallas Cowboys will get in. You know, I was trying to make this fun for everybody, and like I said, I'm new at doing a lot of this stuff. I've watched a lot of other YouTube channels and trying to get some ideas and things and look at what they've done wrong. One thing I've been trying to do is get better lighting, and I've got better lighting, so now you can see all the wrinkles and see how old I am. And now I got a new webcam, and that definitely looks a lot better. I hope the sound is good because I was having little problems with the little back feed and stuff on what I was working on earlier. So hopefully it sounds real good right now. No, I don't think Eli needs his brother to join the game. Peyton can't throw anything anymore. And I guess we can finally say goodbye to the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, their season's over, so this one's for you guys. You know, Carson Wentz threw more interceptions today that Dak Prescott has thrown all season. I mean, for a rookie quarterback to have to throw 60 passes with only a 5.1 average, I mean, that's freaking ridiculous. Doug Peterson, that team is imploding. It's like Chip Kelly is still there. With the news that they're going to be trying to go ahead and get Deshaun Jackson, that may end up being something that costs them some draft picks, because that's basically tampering to say that you guys want them, you know, wink, wink, or whatever. And it's definitely not good for the Washington Redskins to know that they're going to be losing a player. So is he going to try and tank the season to help out the Eagles? Or is he going going to try and play well to get a better contract. You know, so that's a big deal, quite frankly. And I'm trying to think of what team got penalized before for some tampering about somebody else, because there was another player, and it slips my mind right now. So anyway, how you guys feel about what you've seen so far this weekend? I got to tell you, I have not seen anybody that scares me right now. It's really crazy. You keep hearing how the Dallas Cowboys haven't played anybody, but like I pointed out before, the Cowboys had 4 games in 19 days. You know, you got the Pittsburgh Steelers that are kicking the Giants' ass. We beat them. You had Baltimore blow out, you know, score, what, 38 points today? You know, they had a huge win. We beat them. The Redskins are in a dogfight right now with the Cardinals. We beat them twice. And, of course, the Minnesota Vikings with their top 2 defense, they're off because we just kicked their ass. So when they say that we haven't played anybody, the fact that we won those 4 games in 19 days, 2 of the best defenses, a couple of the best offenses in the NFL, from slugfest to just a track meet, says a lot about this team. And for all these guys that keep saying that, oh, we think the Washington Redskins, like Bart Scott is the best team in the division and we should be scared of them. If the Cowboys are playing their game, there is nobody that they can't beat, especially now that New England's lost Gronkowski. All of a sudden now, things are really kind of falling in place for the Dallas Cowboys, if you ask me. But then again, what do I know? I'm just an old guy with a voodoo doll and a day job. So one thing I wanted to try and do tonight is have a little trivia contest. And what we're going to do is, let me see how many people we've got in here right now. What we're going to do is we're going to have a trivia question, and we're going to give away a good old Jobu t-shirt. And hopefully I have the right size for you. I've got some mediums, large, extra large, 2X, and I think I even have a 3X there. The question I'm going to ask, we'll wait just a few more minutes before we get into that question. Anything you guys want to know, go ahead and type it in here and let me know, and I'll be sure. How do I feel about the Cowboys facing the Falcons? The Falcons have no defense. I don't think they can score points, but they make a lot of mistakes because they're passing the ball so much. They could be tough, but I don't think that they can hang with us, I'll be honest with you. I honestly think that there's nobody in the – if the Cowboys play their game, control the clock, and bend don't break defense, they can hang with anybody in the NFL. There's nobody in the NFC, I'll be honest with you, that really scares me. The Redskins do because they can score a lot of points. Seahawks are up and down, but I don't think they can score enough points to keep up. And they really are really up and down. Like I said, what about the Seahawks? Well, here's the thing. Spondog, or let's see. Spondog? Well, here's the thing. Yeah, passing is a problem for us, but we're getting ready to get healthy. And this is something that nobody else has going for them right now. We're about to get, Morris Claiborne may be practicing not this week, but the following week. So he should be back for that playoff run. Lyle Collins, he's getting healthy, and he's going to be backing up Ron Leary. Chaz Green, which I would like to actually see at right tackle eventually to replace Doug Free, is coming back. So unlike other teams like New England that's losing Gronkowski, the Cowboys are getting healthy. The greatest that I still have to almost say, I think the Redskins, because they can score the most points, Duke of York, is a team that I fear the most. Beating a team 3 times in the same year is difficult. What does Dallas need to clinch the East? Well, if the Giants lose today, we beat them next week. We've got the NFC East, and I think they're saying that I think we'll have home field advantage if Seattle loses one more game. Well, I can't wait to see the Seattle game today, too. Do I think that Dallas will get a cornerback or a defensive tackle? Are we talking about in the draft, Scorch? I think we're going to get both next year. I look at the Dallas Cowboys as working on the defense mainly in that draft. Possibly but we'll see where that goes. Put Romo in if we go to the playoffs. Why would we put Romo in and play the Seahawks? He's already lost to the Seahawks. I don't know why people keep saying put Romo in. I'm just lost and perplexed by that whole concept. You've got a rookie quarterback who just got Rookie of the Month, who's one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL, who has been playing fantastic. Okay, 2 interceptions on the season. Not only did he have the longest streak to start a career, I believe he's over 150 passes since that record without an interception. You guys don't seem to get what this guy has accomplished. And again, you're right, Luke. Atlanta has no defense, and that's where I don't think that they'd be able to keep up. I think our defense is enough to slow them down, especially when we start getting guys healthy. 21-7, yeah, on the Oakland really made a comeback. I tell you what, 38-24. See, I've got the red zone on that TV, and I'll get the Redskin game over here. And the Redskins are down by 1 right now with, looks like 5 minutes left in the game. Let's double check on that. 5 minutes left in the game. Redskins are down by 1. So we're 5 minutes and 1 second away from possibly getting a playoff spot. Talk about a turnaround from 4-12 last year to clinching a playoff spot in week 13. That would be just unbelievable. Who's the only okay? You're right, Sarah. We are the only team that's 11-1. Hopefully Romo can go on a retirement home. Well, that'd be cool too. That's dark. Okay, let's see. Yeah, Jeffrey, I agree with you. I mean, for some reason, there seems to be this double standard, and maybe it's just because it's the Dallas Cowboys in general. What I try and do with this channel is I try and point out some of the hypocrisy. You know, when you start hearing, Stephen A. Smith week after week talking about how bad the competition is that we played, that we haven't played anybody, or, we're an accident waiting to happen if we don't win the Super Bowl. Why is it's only the Dallas Cowboys? As I said in the video where I was basically trying to roast him, is only one team a year wins the Super Bowl. So does that mean that the other 31 teams are all accidents waiting to happen? And for some reason, you never hear about other teams that have problems. I mean, the Redskins lost their left tackle, Trent Williams, for weed again. But yet, we don't hear about them staying off the weed or being an accident waiting to happen. The Redskins have Deshaun Jackson, who has had all kinds of issues, and now you got the Eagles talking about wanting him. You got Josh Norman, who holds every receiver out there, yet people don't talk about them. If that were the Dallas Cowboys that had something like that going on, it'd be unbelievable. When Jerry Jones in the offseason talked about Adrian Peterson, that he thought he was a great running back, the world went upside down on that. Yeah, here it is, the Eagles talking about wanting Deshaun Jackson back during the season. And I don't see the outrage in that. Let's see. Now, here's the thing. Stephen A. Smith's not going to lose his job. What we have to realize is that stuff is for entertainment purposes only, and it's all about rating. And the reality is, because the Dallas Cowboys are the most popular team, either you love the Cowboys or you hate them. And as long as you're talking about them, you're going to have more people tune in. Jacksonville, if they talked about Jacksonville like they do the Dallas Cowboys, it certainly wouldn't be the same thing. Who would care? Nobody. And I dare say that the Dallas Cowboys winning has definitely saved the NFL this year in the way that the home run chase of Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire saved baseball. When you look at some of these games, Arizona's on the move. Some of these games that we've been watching this year, the Cleveland one, like Cleveland and the Giants game last week, was about a bad watching game you could have. When you've got Seattle and Arizona going to a 6-6 tie, some of these games are just unwatchable. But week after week, doesn't matter who the Cowboys play, their games are exciting as can be. So when you think about it in that respect, the Dallas Cowboys have definitely made the NFL some money and definitely have got them some ratings. In a time when stadiums are like the Redskins are pulling seats out, you've got the Dallas Cowboys selling out week after week and making money hand over fist. Let's get some more of some of these questions. Oh, well, you're right. Yeah, Bobby. Yeah, that Thursday night, the Thanksgiving Day game was the biggest game in Fox football history for regular season. And you look at some of those other Thursday night games, I guarantee you that last week's was probably another one that was highly rated as well. Embrace the love. Yeah, we'll embrace the love. Do I hate Jalen Ramsey? No, not at all. I'm hoping that he ends up becoming a beast, because the reason why I think the Dallas Cowboys drafted him was they were looking at, we know he's not going to play this year. But I think what they were thinking is we can get Rolando McClain for this year and then have hopefully Jalen Smith to be able to step in and take his place, next year, which fortunately, we've lost Rolando McClain and he's out indefinitely. So his NFL career is definitely over. They've been able to make up with other guys, fortunately. Chaz is still just coming back, so he's not quite ready to play just yet. But, yeah, Doug Free definitely had some problems last week. Yeah, I can't. Well, we kind of got first take on Friday with Stephen A. about the Cowboys, so it'll be interesting to see if Arizona holds on and wins this game. And let's check in on the score. How much time is left in we got 2 minutes, 15 seconds left. Arizona's driving. They can get a few more first downs. This thing's over, and the Dallas Cowboys are in the playoffs. All right. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys my trivia question for the Jobu report. What team ended up beating the Dallas Cowboys and preventing them from going to a third straight NFC championship? And what was the significance of that loss? So let me say that one more time. What team beat the Dallas Cowboys and prevented them from going to their third straight NFC division championship game? And what was the significance of that game? And whoever can get that question first gets a free Jobu t-shirts. Yeah, you're going to look it up. Come on now. You got to know this stuff off your head. I mean, I can't really – everybody's guessing. Whoa, okay. Now you guys are coming back. Is Randy coming back? Randy Gregory? I doubt he is. He failed another drug test. He's right in limbo right now. Probably be suspended for another year. 24, not the Cardinals. Collins will be back. He's going to be back probably in another week or 2 weeks. Steelers field goal, nope. San Francisco, nope. Eagles, nope. Packers, nope. 49ers, nope. Nope, not Deion Sanders. Boy, you guys are okay. You guys are way off. Yeah, we're gonna get to the Giants here as soon as that game is over with. I'm pretty sure they've lost that one. The no call, nope. How about those Giants said no? Suspended indefinitely. Repeat the question, please. Okay, the question was, what team beat the Dallas Cowboys and prevented them from going to a third straight NFC championship game? And what was the significance of that game? Did you guys get that? I'll put it this way. It was a long time ago, and I was a lot younger. Let's look at our answers and see. Anybody's getting close to it? Panthers. Come on. A long time ago, guys. 49ers, no. Lions, no. Redskins, no. 49ers, Green Bay. Y'all just guessing now. Browns, come on. Browns. How could the Browns prevent them from going to the NFC Championship game? It would have been, somebody's got half of it. MT Rice. What was the team that they played? MT Rice got half of it. What's the other half? Who was the team? What was it? Come on, man. What was the team, MT? You got it. LA Rams. That's it. It was Roger Staubach's last game, and they had went to 2 consecutive NFC Championship games, and that was Roger Staubach's last game. So congratulations. MT, email me. Let me give you my email address here. MT. MT, I need to know what your size is. And I tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and type in, email me, MT. And don't anybody laugh about my email address because I'm that old. Yeah, well, I know that Jeffrey, yeah, that was a long time ago. I remember the game. Thank you very much. Okay. All right, MTXXL. All right, email me your address at that AOL. That's right. I'm that old. I was around when AOL first came out. Smart asses. Can I do another question? We'll do another question another night because I haven't thought of one right now. And yes, Dallas definitely does need a pass rush. Ian. Cardinals. Okay, we're past that one, guys. Giants, Redskins lose. Actually, here's the great thing. If it looks like everybody in the NFC East lost except for the Dallas Cowboys. How about them apples? So we're going to have fun talking some trash. You were in high school. Well, Bobby, you're old like me then. Hey, what's up, Delta Roots? Yeah, I still have a, it's one of those things that I've had AOL for 20 years. Oh, the chili? Actually, my chili's getting cold. Let me give you guys. It's some homemade chili, and I use a ribeye steak in it. And black beans, some nice slices of jalapeno peppers, and some fresh onions. Oh, I tell you what, that'll hit the spot. But you got to add, because I like everything spicy. The hotter, the better. You got to add hot sauce to go with it. It's like on popcorn next week. How about them Cowboys? Going to the Bucs game, great. It's got black beans in it. The pots, actually, I got them at Bed Bath & Beyond. My son worked there, and he was like, Dad, they got these great, cowboy stuff in the Washington, D.C. area. So I got a couple of those. I wish I had bought more of them. Alex Trevor. So Alex Trevor, why do you need a shout out? What do you think? I'm just here to shout everybody out? What you need one for? Yeah, I'll send you one. Well, thank you, Letitia. I'm glad you look forward to the reports. Now, listen, like I said, I'm new to all this stuff. I'm old, so I don't know the ins and outs of YouTube. I still don't know how to use Snapchat that well. So if there's things that you see or would like to see or think I could do better, I would appreciate the input. In fact, the reason why we did the whole T-shirt thing was because of Gamma Ray Productions. He was like, man, you ought to do a T-shirt giveaway and stuff, get some more interactions with the fans and things. And that's what this whole thing is about you guys. Just having fun, talking football, giving you some of my old stories because my kids are tired of hearing them. Yeah, Odell tried to dance before the game. Again, when I tell you guys I'm old school, to me it's just kind of crazy seeing Antonio Brown and Odell, with Love Fest and stuff last night. I'm used to when the Cowboys and the Redskins would play, there was no love or anything like that. Man, they hated each other. You didn't work out with these guys in the offseason. You wanted to kill them in the offseason. I used to like the Oils too growing up when they used to have the good old song Houston Oilers with Earl Campbell, big thighs running people over. They were a good team back in there. And football is not the same anymore. Santana, yeah, there is definitely a double standard when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys are under scrutiny like nobody else. And for whatever reason, when you listen to a lot of the games, anything and everything that is done by Dak Prescott is scrutinized. He has a bad quarter, all of a sudden, yeah, it's a rookie wall. It's like, wait a minute. When you look at his numbers versus some of these other guys, I mean, I'm sitting here watching the highlights of Carson Wentz throwing 3 interceptions and throwing 5.1 average passes, yet I don't hear them talking about how bad he's playing and how this ball's not here and it's not there. But yet Dak Prescott has got a team with the best record in the NFL, thrown only 2 interceptions, yet they still criticize and criticize. And I got to tell you, after watching what I've seen today, I still believe that he's the MVP of the league. Hope I don't start farting loudly. Oh, well, you know, I am an old guy. No, you know, that's where the term old fart came from. How old are my kids? My kids are adults. My son is 26. One of my daughters, who actually I have to thank her for the fact that I'm on here. My daughter, AK Doll, is actually like a YouTube star. She's 24, and she has, if you like makeup and lifestyle, this, that, and the other and stuff, you should check out AK Doll. She does really, really well, and she's a true star of the family. And then I have my other daughter, my stepdaughter, who is a nurse, and she is 23. Well, here's the thing with free agency. The problem with free agency is it's better not to be the first day, second day guys, because you're basically paying premium money. The Dallas Cowboys have actually done well in free agency, but you're going for those basement bargain guys, the guys that are looking for that next contract. Generally speaking, when these guys get these $10, $15 million contracts, they're gone within 2 years, and generally speaking, they don't work out. I mean, look at all the guys that the Redskins have gone through. Look at when the Eagles had the Dream Team. These guys, oh, my daughter, she's got 2 channels with, I think, about 350,000 subscribers. She's like all over the place. My daughter, who's AK Doll, she's fantastic. I can't wait. She'll be home in 2 weeks, and I'll see if I can actually get her to come on the show. That would be a big honor. But building through free agency, you know, when you look at like Cliff Averill, that Seattle guy from Detroit, he's been an integral part of that team, but he wasn't one of those, you know, high-ranked $15 million a year guy. He was a guy who was looking to make a name for himself, and that's where you got to get guys. You know, we did great with guys like George Selvey, basically paying him a ham sandwich, and Rod Martinelli ended up taking guys like that and turning them into very productive. Yeah, you know, I've got a couple of people, Angela, who said they wanted Jobu. The only problem is because I've had people say, well, you know, I'll pay you for him. He's actually handmade, and I've literally carved his head. His body's made out of wire. His hands are dipped in like a rubber, and it's straw. So it's very time consuming, and getting the clothes, it's not real easy. So I've had a bunch of people say, oh yeah, you should make him and sell him. It's like, yeah, but the amount of time it would take to make him, it's not going to be something I can really make money off. In fact, it'd probably take time from my regular job that I can't quit to do that. But I'm thinking about seeing how I can do something that give you guys a piece of Jobu or work out something. Derek Carr, yeah, I tell you what, he had definitely a better second half than first half. Right now, the Cardinals are up 31-23. With the Redskins with the ball, they have to tie. They have how much time left? 1:27. We are 1:27 away from a playoff spot. Tampa Bay won, so our hopes are on the Washington Redskins. And I hope you guys don't mind. I'm going to get a little taste of this chili with plenty of hot sauce and hot peppers. I wish I could give you guys all a bowl of it. But I'm a creature of habit. And believe it or not, I'm superstitious. Go figure, I got a voodoo doll, right? But I'm part of a fan club that's in DC here, the DMV fan club. And normally I would go watch the games and stuff with them, and I've got lots of great friends and stuff. However, last year I went to every single game, and our season was terrible. I went to the first game, the Giant game, with them, and we lost. The Redskin game, I was at the Redskin game, which was great, so I wasn't there. The next game, I was up in Connecticut for a wedding, drove back home. It was too late to go over to the club. We won. And all of a sudden, when we win, whatever I did the week before, I do the same thing again. So we've been winning. So I've been staying right here, making chili every week. So until that we lose, I'll be right here. So DMV fan club, I still love you. I'm thinking about you. I just can't go because right now this is working. Oh yeah, believe me, I'm gonna work. I'll definitely do. I'll do like a Stephen A. Smith type video for the Giants fans tonight. But the only thing is, if you talk the talk, you got to walk the walk. And let's hope that I don't end up jinxing us for next week, because we got to play them. Teams are too friendly with each other now. Yeah, I agree with you. DeVito, that's the thing about it. The thing that was cool, and even this year, like Fat Rob saying cowgirls and Josh Norman talking about getting the pick six and everything else, that was actually cool because that was like it used to be, but it was like times 10. It was, you had the whole week that you'd enjoy when it was going to be Redskins Cowboys. Who do I think the Cowboys will play in the playoffs? Well, we'll definitely probably be the #1 seed unless something drastic happens, which I don't see. So we're going to be sitting after the wild card, waiting to see who wins. Right now, we're still looking at the Redskins probably making it. We're still looking at the Giants making it. We're looking at Atlanta. We're looking at Seattle. We're looking at us, of course, and probably the Lions have kind of a tough road to go. But I think the Lions, are going to hold on. They surprised me today. They did really, really well. And what was the final score in Green Bay? Green Bay. Yeah, so Green Bay ended up winning that snow fest. I think Aaron Rodgers got a little bit hurt because when he slid, he was coming up limping. I think he's going to be slowed down a little bit for next week. And congratulations, Dallas Cowboy fans. Looks like we're talking about playoffs. You talking about playoffs? That's right, playoffs. The Dallas Cowboys have clinched the first playoff spot. Jobu, it's party time, buddy. We're talking about playoffs, guys. Definitely. You know what, Jobu? Oh, what the hell? We got playoffs. Woo! Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. The Dallas Cowboys. Forgive me for drinking. Any of you that are underage, don't do that. How about it, guys? How does it feel to know that the Dallas Cowboys have now clinched a playoff spot? But we still have work to do. A lot of work to do. We got to get, this is for all you guys. We got work to do. We got to take care of that back end. We got to get a pass rush, and we definitely can't have penalties like we had this past week. Although I think a lot of that was, again, we actually had a tough stretch there. And I dare say, even though they quote unquote ESPN experts won't say it, but I think that was a pretty rough stretch when you talk about those 4 games in 19 days. I mean, the Steelers, you saw what they ended up just doing to the Giants. The Ravens, you saw what they ended up doing today. We beat both of them back to back, and then to turn around 4 days later and play the Redskins in track meet, and then to go to Minnesota and play that defense. You can understand why the Cowboys had some problems, probably a little bit worn out, because 19 days and 4 games, come on, that's a lot. I mean, that's averaging a game every 5 days. The body is just not equipped to do that. We definitely. I haven't done the math, but I can pretty much assure you that if we win next week with the Giants losing today, we clinch the NFC East. Well, here's the thing about resting players. See, when you think back to when we started out in Pittsburgh after the bye week, how we started off kind of slow, it would worry me about resting too many guys, the last couple of weeks, and then you have a bye week, because basically you're talking about 3 or 4 weeks that your guys aren't playing. And you can kind of start out real slow. Somebody can come in there and punch you in the throat, and before you know it, you've lost the game. So I'm not a big fan of resting guys, especially with the young team that we have. People don't realize this, but the fact that, and this is for Tony Romo, that Tony Romo is no longer your starting quarterback. When you look at our Dallas Cowboy team, this is not an old team. This is a young team. Yeah, Drayson Witten is up there. But when you look at the next oldest person is Des Bryant at 28. You look at your offensive line, everybody except for Doug Free is under 25. You got young studs that are in fantastic shape. And dare I say, right now we're getting healthy and we are deep. So you keep playing these guys and you keep playing to win. Oh, Stephen A. Smith. I don't know how many of you guys watched the video yesterday. And if you would do me a favor, when you see those videos with Stephen A. Smith, please share them. Because I'm trying to get under his skin, and I'm going to be the anti-Stephen A. Smith. So my new thing to get at him is to make fun of the A. So yesterday it was acidine, and I may have mispronounced that. Forgive me. I do have a little bit of an accent. I am kind of old, and I'm not that bright. So if I mispronounce something, or if I get something right, understand I probably have a little Alzheimer's. Anyway, so each time I go after Stephen A. Smith, I'll come up with something else about that letter A. So I'm thinking about obsessed will be the next one I use. So I'll be pulling out the thesaurus to make sure I get a lot of good ones. Our biggest threat? Well, look, anybody can beat you. Seattle, of course, is up and down and good. Atlanta, I don't think has the defense. And the Redskins offense still scares me, beating a team 3 times in a season. And Super Bowl win. Okay, great news for you guys. Hopefully the Dallas Cowboys can make the Super Bowl. Let's not count on that yet. We still have a lot of football left to be played before even the playoffs. But if they make the Super Bowl, I'm going to be there regardless. In fact, we've already got hotel reservations and everything else. I'm going to be doing some charity work and everything else there. But I will be there doing live Jobu reports. And how cool would it be to have the Dallas Cowboys in the Super Bowl in Houston? Every Houston Texans fan is going to be leaving town. But 3.5 hours away, that place will be invaded. Now, the Super Bowls are crazy to begin with. The amount of people, because literally you'll have 200,000-300,000 people that will invade a city for Super Bowl. There's parties literally everywhere. The streets basically will take a section of downtown and basically close up all the streets. So you'll have concerts in the streets. You'll end up having like the Bud Light party. There's a Maxim party. There's parties everywhere. You got fireworks that are going on, and it's just freaking incredible. So I will be there. I will be reporting from there. So I will be going to the ESPN setups and the media stuff like that. I'm going to be going to Stephen A. Smith's show because of being part of the live audience. I will make sure that I'm the first one in line to get in there. And I will be there with Jobu, with signage, and I will be there talking smack, especially if the Cowboys are there. In fact, they may have to call security on me. Oh, yeah, they definitely will be on Derek Carr's nuts. They're going to be talking about how he's so much better and everything else. But you know how that goes. Mo may be rusty coming back, but I got to tell you that I would love for them to come back sooner than later. But the teams that we're playing, I mean, you got Tampa Bay, we've got Detroit, we've got the Giants, and we got the Eagles. None of them are like the track meet great passing teams like the Redskins are or Big Ben is. So that's a good way for him to get back into it and not having to have superior competition. So New York Giants lost, Eagles lost, and Redskins. Oh, God. Could it be any more perfect than tonight? Yeah, if anybody sees any comments from CBA Smith tonight, let me know. The defense we get, well, yeah. And here's the thing. If we get Claiborne back, if everybody can kind of step up again, that back end will help us to get some more sacks and stuff. And again, it's not like we've been playing Little Sisters of the Poor. We've been playing elite competition, okay? You know, Big Ben doesn't get sacked that often. Kirk Cousins has been playing lights out. You know, these guys can move the ball. I agree with you, Rice, and congratulations, Rice, on the first Jobu competition here, or trivia. Yeah, we see the room got to me. Congratulations on that. Make sure you email me your address, and extra large will. I'm sorry, 2 extra large will be in the mail for you. You know what? You say don't worry about the Lions, but I got to tell you. Last time we were in a fantastic position in the playoffs, we weren't worried about the Giants, and the Giants came in as a wild card and kicked our ass, you know, even though we had home field advantage. So everybody worries you when it comes to playoff time. What's the word on Wilcox? Wilcox is practicing. He's got a cast on. We definitely need more interceptions. Yeah, we're going to get we will have the extra week. And here's the great thing. Think about this. The Cowboys have been off since Thursday. They are kicking back, a few days off, relaxing, letting their body heal. The Giants, JPP hurt his groin. Haskins, the defensive tackle, bruised his thigh. They got beat up in that game physically. So now they've got to go through and try and rehab and get ready for that Sunday night game. Our Cowboys have already had a few days rest. So that advantage is definitely towards the Cowboys. And the Giants offense is putrid. They only scored 20 points against Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland doo-doo Browns, they only scored 20 points. I mean, get out of here with the crap. It's not exactly like the Steelers have a great defense, although they've been moving up. I think they're ranked 11th or 12th going into this week. But they're not that great a team. So the fact that you guys lost that one, it goes to show me that you're not really that good. I think we're going to end up – it's going to be a totally different game than the first game. You guys want to laugh for a second? Yeah, I'd love to laugh, Sharif. What are we laughing at? Well, thank you for the compliment. They'd be smart to hire me and fire Steve Nace. So, again, I was really actually disappointed, to be quite honest with you, with the contest. I thought that it would be so much fun to be on that contest, to be on the stage with Stephen A. Smith. I met him actually last year at a symposium. He's actually not a bad guy. He actually does do a lot of giving back and charity and things like that. But what you got to understand is the people that you see that are famous, a lot of times it's just a persona. It's not like the real person. And like I've said, I have been blessed. I've met and worked with a lot of great guys, fantastic people. And what we end up doing in society is, okay, we see somebody like, we say, Roger Staubach. And we say, that's Roger Staubach. He's incredible. He's this, that, and the other. But what we don't realize is they're regular people too. They hurt. They have feelings. They put their pants on one leg at a time. And I used to be scared to death meeting people, but then after you start talking to people and realizing he wants kind of the same things that I want, he actually thinks like I do. And he's really kind of like a down-to-earth person. And most guys are like that. Now, I've met some people that are butts. I remember Roy Williams. Oh, my God. See, I do a lot with United Way, and it was actually great because with the whole cleat thing today, and I'm probably going off on a tangent, One of the New Orleans Saints ended up having United Way cleats and stuff on, and with this logo and things, and they actually showed it in the game, which is fantastic because United Way does a lot of great work, and I've done a lot of stuff with them, and that's part of the reason why I've met a lot of people that I've met. But we were doing a commercial shoot with Roy Williams, not the receiver, the cornerback, and he showed up 2 hours late. We had all these kids and stuff to do the shoot and everything else. He shows up late. We had a camera crew and everybody there ready to do all the work and stuff. He shows up late and says, I got a massage in 20 minutes. Let's get this thing done. And I'm like, really? But then you got a guy like Troy Polamalu, who they had a trailer because it was hot. We were in Miami. Had a trailer for him so that way he could stay cool and stuff when he wasn't shooting and stuff. He never even went in the trailer. He spent literally the whole day playing with the kids. And it was all about the kids. So there's some fantastic guys out there. There's a few out there that are divas and assholes. But for the most part, they're just regular, everyday guys. We forced him into fourth down several times, and you know that Eli is just clutch. He's a turnover machine. What are you talking about? Eli Manning will turn over the ball in a heartbeat. And that's the funny thing about Eli. Eli never gets criticized about that stuff either. If I had to pick one game to lose on the regular season, which team would you want that to be? Damn. I wouldn't want it to be in our division because I wouldn't want to hear the trash talking. So either Tampa Bay or Detroit, either one. I know a few players on the Lions, so if it was anybody, I'd say to the Lions because the Lions fans are fantastic people. I've spent, I think, 11 Thanksgivings at that game on Thanksgiving and never seen the Lions win. But those fans are always there supporting them. So I'd say the Lions. I think they took him off so that way they can get some work and hopefully maybe see if they can get something for him, but he'll be a free agent. Let's see. Well, you got a lot of comments. It's hard to keep up. This is so much easier when I have my wife reading them to me. Who do I think is going to win the AFC? Well, even without Gronk, you can't bet against New England because for some reason they always seem to find a way to win. And I think I've lost my video feed. What in the world would you say to Stephen A. Smith? Oh, boy. I can't wait to see Stephen A. Smith tomorrow. I just can't wait. I think our broadcast has just ended. Okay, guys, I think I have to restart this because I've lost the picture. So we're going to have to I think I actually have to go because it's been an hour. Wow, it's been an hour. I have been talking to you guys for an hour. How wonderful is that? Okay. Our first ever chili report seems to be pretty good. Oh, no, we're back. Okay, sorry. The feed on my side was lost. And I'm going to get some more of this chili because I'm starving. Love chili. Oh, my wife's going to have problems tonight. She's definitely going to have problems tonight, but look at that. Oh, look at that. Got to have a Dallas Cowboy napkin to go with it. Yeah, I would love to see the Panthers in the winning. Hang on, guys. It was really hot in here, but I need to close the door. And also, I want to change the channel. I need to grab the other remote. 504. And excuse me. Okay. Okay, sorry, I'm back. We had some technical difficulties. In other words, I tripped over the fucking camera. Okay. Forgive me. But it might be the rum, might be the Mike's Lemonade mixed with that chili. It might be that I'm just delirious because the Dallas Cowboys are now in the playoffs. Guys, how about them Cowboys? They are feeling pretty good. All right, now. Yeah, get off the room. Fumble. Let's see, where are we with the questions? Flag on the field. All right, yeah, you guys are a bunch of smart alecks. Hell yeah, yes. Any questions you guys have for me? Charities I do, I work with United Way. And United Way does a lot of everything from rebuilding communities, character education is the big thing that they're doing right now. Common good work. They have the hometown huddles. I've done community builds in New Orleans. We've done NFL kickoff projects in Baltimore, Denver, New York, New England, and things like that. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I would love to. Yeah, I'd debate Stephen A. Smith at any time, but that's not going to happen. Like I said, hopefully I'll get on this show at Super Bowl, and if we send out enough of these good old videos, eventually he's got to see some. Somebody's going to say, Stephen A., check this guy out, and hopefully he'll see me in the crowd, and that'll get his attention. Hopefully, maybe make him sweat a little bit. Chris White, there's always a threat. Anybody can beat you. You know, sometimes football's crazy. Sometimes the team that's 15-1 ends up losing the first round. Ask the Minnesota Vikings that one. Eli is definitely a interception machine. I say turnover machine because he'll fumble the ball too. Who's the biggest threat in the NFC? Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, Tampa Bay is all right, but they were only playing San Diego this week. Okay, remember they ended up having a cake schedule. The NFC South sucks. Okay, part of the reason why Carolina was 15-1 last year was because the NFC South sucked to high hell, and the NFC East was pretty bad too. So you got 6 victories they got out of that real easily. Definitely agree with Dak for MVP. I don't know why everybody wants Romo to play some more. I'm trying to understand that. Well, here's the thing. You know, we've got Stephen A. Smith. He probably would love the fact that, you know, here it is, we clinched the 5th playoff spot, and we're steady talking about him. But I honestly believe that Stephen A. Smith is a closet Dallas Cowboy fan. And he realizes that by talking bad about the Dallas Cowboys, he's going to get paid. And I think a lot of this stuff is just scripted. A lot of you won't like what I say this, but you got Will Cain. Will Cain, a little over a year ago, was a Republican pundit. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but how do you go from being a political analyst to now being an authority in sports? All the stuff that you see on First Take, it's scripted. You know, they always have the perfect argument. They always have an answer. They're always on opposite ends of the spectrum. So what they're doing right now is they're trying to make Will Cain the new Skip Bayless, so to speak. Because the problem they have is you can't have Max Ketterman as this Giant fan and Molly. I met her. Oh, God, she's beautiful. had breakfast with her one time. Molly, being a Giant fan, and Stephen A. Smith hating the Cowboys. You have to have somebody in there that's for America's team. So that's what they're grooming him for. I think the Raiders I think they've actually got a good shot to go. But again, you never bet against Bill Belichick. He's a Muppet. Yeah, they have no guys that right, and Gamma Ray, that's what I'm saying that they're doing with Will Kane. He's a guest speaker on there like once or twice a week, but I guarantee you'll start seeing him more and more as the Cowboys go. And like I said, Molly is incredible. Oh my God, she's incredible. I got to hug her too. Oh my God. But anyway, I digress. I'm not dissing Tony Romo, but I think you play here's the thing. If you have a prevent defense, what a prevent defense does for you is it usually prevents you from winning. Okay? In the same way, when you say rest everybody, that's the worst thing you can do. You get used to playing. Your body gets used to playing. You get into a rhythm. All of a sudden you stop. You got to restart. It takes time to restart. So when you say play Tony Romo 2 weeks, so you're talking about basically a month of Dak Prescott not playing and then think he's going to walk in and go ahead and just play at the same level? It's not going to happen. Romo made the first one. Okay. He seems to have that component that would make you. I'm not mad, Mark. Yeah, I'm telling you, but she's actually a fantastic person. She's doing actually a lot of charity work and stuff with heavy duty. You're hotter than Molly. Okay, the girls why I watch. Well, yeah, she's definitely eye candy. Dude, you crashed. Yeah, I did. I tripped. Okay, listen. This is my studio that's kind of impromptu. I've got, light over there, light over there. I've got my lights that are up here at the top. I've got the web camera that's on a tripod, and the cable comes right through here, okay? And then we got that cable that's also hooked to the microphone, and that's kind of draped up. The door's over here. I had open because those lights are hot as shit. And, of course, the room is warming me up. And so when I stepped over with my bad knees, I can't step over that high, and I ended up tripping over. So it wasn't the alcohol. It was just that I'm just fucking old. No, thank God the chili didn't fail because that's staying the carpet. We need a guest appearance here. There you go. Yeah, I'd like to see a guest appearance if we had somebody hotter than Molly. That would be fantastic. But I can't believe how fast this season has gone by. I mean, here it is that we're about to start week 14, and before we know it, it's going to be off season again, which is kind of sad. We need to win a Super Bowl, so we have that to carry us through the winter. Does my wife watch my videos? From time to time, she does. She was actually part of the last live stream I did because I couldn't get the feed coming through, so she was reading the questions. And quite frankly, I would love to have her do that again because it makes it a lot easier for her to kind of weed through the questions. I'm going to try and do some other things. So some things will work, some things won't. What I may end up doing is have a show where we do call-in, so that way you guys can call in and have a question and things like that as I get better with this. So bear with me. We're going to try and do more things. I almost wish I had somebody else who could kind of help work this stuff with it, because it does get to be a bit when you're trying to read the questions, look at the camera, keep from knocking the camera over and closing the door and so on. But this is just really just fun. I mean, it's great having this. True story. Tyron Smith. Met him 2014 with Jobu. He was scared to death of Jobu. He took a picture with him. I've got a signed jersey up there by Tyron Smith, but he's scared to death of him. But 2 days after he met Jobu is when he got his monster contract, believe it or not. I might be able to, Gamma right, here's the thing now. I'll try and do a Skype call in. It may end up just being where they call in on the phone and we just listen to it. I'd have to get a little more tech savvy before I can do Skype call in on that too. But we'll see what I can learn. Maybe when my daughter comes back, because She does this stuff a lot better than I do. She's the one that originally started teaching me how to do video editing things. Yeah, Sarah, I agree with you. I don't want the season to win. It's been so great just Monday mornings, every week, waking up, knowing that the Cowboys are in first place, that they're playing well. Yeah, we definitely need some help on the defensive D-line, but they're doing. Hey, look, they've improved from being 16th last year to 12th, and they've played in the last couple of weeks some of the best offenses in the NFL. How old is Jobu? I made him in 2013. The nicest football player I've ever met has to be Roger Staubach from way back. Currently, I'd have to say Calais Campbell. And Calais Campbell, he ended up doing some nice hits on the Redskins today. Calais Campbell is 6'8", but when he's around kids, his face lights up like you wouldn't believe. Does a whole lot of charity work, and he's just literally like a general giant. Well, Chris, I'm only talking about the draft because people ask questions about the draft. Jack, where did you take a picture at with Jobu? Because Lord knows Jobu's been around. A lot of people ask me why I don't watch Undisputed. My problem is Shannon Sharp. I just can't listen to him. He's got that lisp, and he sounds like Mr. Ed. And for those of you that are too young to know what Mr. Ed was a talking horse, and that's what Shannon Sharp is. I think the Raiders are really, really good, John Rod. And the AFC, Denver got a great defense, but their offense stinks. New England without Gronk, that hurts them a bit. The Raiders have a great offense. Their defense can make plays, but they're not a great defense. They could be there. I think it's wide open in the AFC, to be honest with you. Oh, I'm happy as can be that the Redskins lost. That's always – listen, here in Washington, D.C., you don't understand how the whole town tone changes when the Redskins lose. It is freaking amazing when they lose. I love it. Donkey from Shrek would be an improvement for Shannon Sharp, man. Oh, boy. Cameron, yeah, he is working. He's getting better, but he got a long way to go. Yeah, Arizona, definitely. Thank you, Arizona. But actually, Arizona had everything kind of fall in their place for them to actually kind of go in there because they had Minnesota lose, they had the Redskins lose. Them winning, they're not completely dead and out of it just yet. All right. So, guys, I think I'm getting ready to wrap this up. We've been on here for well over an hour. We've had some great conversations. I think I've got a little work to do because I have to get those New York Giant fans. You know, the ones that have been talking all that smack about how they're the only team that can sweep the Dallas Cowboys in the division and their 6-game winning streak and how good they were. Yeah. Well, Pedro from Hawaii. Jobu, he says hello. Man, I love Hawaii. Oh, I love Hawaii. Oh, I'd love to go back to Hawaii. Definitely clinch that spot. Not only 3 games in 12 days, man. It's 4 games in 19 days. So be looking for that New York Giants trash talking video. In fact, I might even enlist the good old moron to help me out with that one because my buddy Tom Donnelly, although he may be ready to walk off into the California Ocean right now with the Eagles. Rest their soul. Yeah. All right, friends. As always, thank you guys for watching and being part of the Jobu Report because without you guys, this would be nothing. Don't forget my man, MT. Is it MT? Yeah, MT Rice. Make sure you email me so I can get that shirt out to you. And I want to see a picture of you in it. and we'll definitely be doing some more of this as we go through the season and things. I've got some other shirts and stuff. We actually got some autographed ones. I'll be doing some other contests as we keep going through, and hopefully go all the way to the Super Bowl, because this has just been freaking incredible. And you could be doing anything else other than watching this, but I thank each and every one of you guys. And I will be seeing you guys soon. Have a great day, a great night, and I'll see you soon. If I can figure out how to turn this off. And we get back to I hate technology. I'm just too old for this shit. This is why I need an assistant. Anybody want to be my assistant? Let me know. The perks are great, but not a whole lot of money. And bye-bye.